welcome to mission 1 of Operation Black Aegis. After that fan flight to our next mission, let's just go ahead with the roll call to not waste any more time. Devil is here. Satan. John, can you give me a thumbs up if you guys are here? All here, good. Yeah, Jason, you're one man short, possibly. That's fine. Chief. Eagles are soon to be complete with all flights present somehow. Oh, okay. Magpie and Blackbird. Matt is typing, good. Charles is missing still, yeah. Okay, well, let's go ahead. I hope we reach minimum force. Weather briefing. So date and time is the 5th of November 2014. It's 1100 local, 700 Zulu. All times in this briefing will be off of Zulu. Visibility is quite bad, 6 to 8 kilometers, reduced to 4 kilometers in valleys and low-flying areas. Broken overcast at 8,200 MSL. Cloud tops should be 12 to 15,000. 10 knots, 6 to 10 knots wind from 10 degrees. Bit stronger higher up. Light rain likely. And 6 degrees, 2956. Situation or intel report. Apparently militia forces in Abkhazia and South Ossetia have been demonstrating coordinated maneuvers, EW capability and increased proximity to UN positions and civilian infrastructure. Some GPS jamming has happened, and armed patrols within contested air corridors. NATO air units are being deployed in support of Operation Black Aegis. UN peacekeeping units are stationed at the bases Polaris, Orion, and Horizon. The recent events include, on November 2nd, suspected weapons transloading at the rail yard near Fort Obsidian. Friendly medevac helicopter got comp jammed, as I said before. The signal suggests it must be a Russian-made system, or likely to be. There was gunfire detected near Fort Pegasus. No casualties, unidentified individuals. On November 3rd, during the night, a militia convoy was spotted near the UN outpost of Halcyon, moving north. Militia threats made to UN personnel near Gali. And SIGINT intercept, so like, you know, a dude on a walkie-talkie has been overheard saying something about preparing the cage, the intent of it being unclear. An unidentified helicopter has entered the no-fly zone, don't know exactly where. The Russian ATC claimed the reroute due to weather, the origin unverified. Red air threat, from all the intel documents we know that the Russians especially are operating Su-27, 30s, 34s, and 35s. They all have AA-10s, A's or C capability, AA-11s and AA-12s. So that's ER-ETs, R-77s, and R-73s. MiG-31s possibly with the R-33 long-range missile, and MiG-29S with the AA-10, AA-11, and AA-12 as well. Expect Russian caps north of the no-fly zone, along the border of the no-fly zone, and around the Russian airfields. Anything else is not known yet. SAM threats. From all the intel docs, we know that, or we assume, some things. So in Java base, SA-6 has been assumed or likely. SA-15s and SA-11s, and all the other like FOBs or bases are likely to be manned with SA-8s, SA-15s, SA-13s. We do have either SA-10 or SA-21 at Gudada airfield. So S-300 or S-400, pretty long range. If it does ping you, it might get interesting. Our objectives, or the commander's intent, is to uphold the cap within the no-fly zone, enforce the presence and uphold the integrity of the no-fly zone itself, enable the UN freedom of movement, and discourage militia provocations without escalation. So be prepared to execute non-lethal deterrence measures. Perform ISR, get anything intelligence that you can find around Halcyon, the Orion Vega route in the Gulf Lima sector, and the IV corridor, so from Ivory Pass all the way down to Halcyon, and deter aggression and prevent escalation at all cost. Mission flow, there's no specific like timing-based thing. We will take off and assume the assigned stations, cap, seed, and ISR. Stand by for intercepts and force display requests, conduct ISR in the sectors assigned to you, and be on station for about an hour, and then we'll RTB. That's the whole area. So ISR will be done along here until I think around here, Halcyon, and then in the Gulf Lima sector, quite obscured down here. We have caps in gray, bronze, and silver, and we have seed cap on station at Raven to be moved wherever needed. And that's all she wrote. Domestics, we have parkings assigned. I'm not going to read that. You can do that yourself. Basically, everybody being on Golf with the exception of the Eagles being on Kilo. Assigned taxi and takeoff time. Make sure you stick to those, or at least to the order of when you should call in, so we don't step on each other's comms. Departure, runway in use is going to be runway 31. We either have Lagos or Abora departure. I think everybody has Abora departure, except for Satan 7, because they're going straight out.
That's correct,
it's no point making the knee here just to go to their cap station. Be mindful when doing the Abora departure. Outbound to Abora itself is a TBS radial 281. That means it's the TACAN from Tbilisi and not from Vaziani. If you fail to switch TACAN from Vaziani to Tbilisi as you're turning to the intercept, then you're going to end up short, which is not super healthy for the traffic from Tbilisi. Cross Lagos or Abora at or above 16,000. To ensure we don't fucking run off into each other, 300 knots until Abora or Lagos for everyone departing. That's calibrated airspeed. Comms flow. I think I'll leave that to the controllers.
Yeah, so tower departure will be on as well. Then yeah, you'll check in with THORNROSE, Indigo 1. As it stands currently, we've just got Zen running THORNROSE, and there's no Crimson 1, Crimson 2. It's up to Zen if he wants to open up one of those to, box both of them. But yeah, just expect you'll stay on IDO for the time.
So no ground.
No ground, yeah. Troja is going to take ground and Crimson 2, but he's not here, and he was tentative. And then Lucas had a last minute thing.
Seed VHF is just for the fact that if you're either on one of those ABMs and the seed package is not with you, or the seed flight is not on your frequency, that there is a way to reach them if you get pinged by a SAM or anything like that, so that info can be relayed without having to go through too many steps. Then these are the frequencies for the bases that you might be operating with or near. Yeah. Check-in procedures, as you already know, you'll pass the call sign, authentication, and challenge, confirmed as fragged or with deviations. If applicable, changes to any ordnance carried, so the controllers can update the coordination card accordingly, and verify the alpha check from the AWACS. The AWACS, of course, will confirm authentication, radar contact, flight altimeter, and conduct the alpha check with you. AAR, there's no specific AAR planned. AAR is yo-yo up, so basically if one part of your flight is getting lower on fuel or at the point where you want to switch, yo-yo to the tanker, one flight in, one pair in, the other pair out, just so you always have presence in the cap lane. No cap lane will at any point be unoccupied. The tanker info is here as well. You also have that on your coordination card with the respective tracks of where they are and what altitude they should be at. Holdings, there's no specific holdings. We will use the tanker tracks if you need to. If you're rotating one pair in and the other send it to the tanker, they will be holding at the tanker track, ideally a little higher than the tanker itself. And that's kind of it. Cap plan, so the west cap will protect the no-fly zone from Cap Gray. You don't have to stick strictly to the Cap Gray area. You can also just move it a little over here. I suggest not overflying Gudada, if you can kind of avoid it. As it is not our airfield and it does have SAM sites on it. The center cap, of course, will protect the center part of the no-fly zone. And the east cap, same thing in the east. The area, if we do have ABMs, would be split along the 43rd parallel. so that you have a western and an eastern part that would also split the packages for the AWACS frequencies, just in case it will be used. Any lane cross rule should be an automatic tripwire. Warn people from trespassing SAMs if we know where they are. And do not leave the NFC unless you have specific instruction to do so. There's no point going anywhere, because anything north of the no-fly zone border is Russia. Don't want to be in there. Peacetime intercept for the guys who do, specifically for the guys who do the cap part, but also a mandatory thing for everybody. Make sure you stick to those rules. Should be part of your kneeboard and be briefed by your flight leads or at least squadron commanders. EOB, from all the intel I could gather, that's where the SAM sets are located. Gudada, wherever, it's just southeast of Sukhumi and Java base, with all the emitters that we know of. There's probably a lot more than that. Seed will be on station at around 7:50 Zulu to about 9 Zulu. All seed action is reactive, so we do not have permission to shoot at anything. So even if you scream out that you got shot at, there's a chance you might die because of it. Code words. There's a long list of code words. Not all of them will be used every mission. However, they are standardized across the whole campaign. And if we have any big lacking thing, then we can add those to that list. It's important. The SAM sites have each a code word. Now, in the heat of battle, no one's going to rip your head off if you say SA6 instead than the code word. But if we have pre-planned things going on, we can do that with the code words. Yep, you should hear mission success and or mission abort, anything like that, RTBs on, and any SAM related code words. Ramrod is rum and coke with the ACB method. The ROE, if I give that to the controller as well. That worked so hard on working those out.
Is this me, Chris? Or
Yes, so.
Yeah, you put it together. Yep.
here we go.
Have it.
Okay, so ROE is tight. It is effectively weapons hold, though. At no point should you be firing at all without clearance from some kind of C2 agency. The only exception to that is air-to-air self-defense. Not air-to-ground self-defense, only air-to-air. So any seed that needs to have clearance. So yeah, just to go through this, any show of force also needs clearance. So this could be low passes, flares, supersonic passes, anything like that. Any kinetic engagement also requires self-defense, including any kind of warning shot for air-to-ground. And any form of emitter can be locked and tracked, but again, not engaged unless air-to-air self-defense. If at any point something becomes hostile, and either I or if there are any other controllers, we'll see, I expect you to shoot it down, we will be very explicit. We will say hostile and we will command you to kill. If you hear kill, that means shoot whatever you're targeting. And again, air to ground, yeah, basically you just need to get confirmation from me. The other point from this slide, though, is be vocal. Especially if you're during an intercept or if you're seeing things on the ground, you will see a lot more than any of the controllers will be able to. And sometimes that information will be the difference in terms of whether something becomes hostile or getting you clearance, especially getting you clearance faster. So if you think there's any useful information, please just relay it, assuming it's, there's enough comm space for it. For the next slide.
Yep.
Having said all that, for those of you that have read the ROE document, you will see this coming. There is a line that essentially says that any local commanders may interpret the ROE at their own discretion. However, the criteria for these are one of two. So the first criteria that must be met is communications must be limited or compromised. I'll come back to that in a second. The second criteria is that immediate action is necessary to preserve life, prevent imminent hostile action, or maintain strategic deterrence. I will leave that interpretation to you. it is intentionally vague. But yeah, but coming back to the first point, because remember, both of these need to be met. If you, for whatever reason, lose contact with the entirety of the C2 infrastructure, then that the interpretation is then down to you, as it usually would be. The other potential exception, despite being vague, is that if getting clearance from C2 would take too long to the point where you wouldn't be able to fulfill the second point, you have the authority, theoretically, to make that determination for yourself. But yeah, that's all for ROE for now. We'll do questions later, I think.
Anything that deviates from the ROE that you do, you might as well have a good explanation as to why. Good. All right, for the recovery, I think Chris worked quite hard on this. The recovery will be runway 31 again, either high ILS or TACAN localizer for runway 31. You do follow the chart. You can have an IFR pickup with Vaziani approach, expect radar control through the weather, and then pilot can report visual with the ground. And then you can cancel the IFR flight plan to get a visual join. But the IFR pickup is here to guide you through the weather. And after that, it is your decision whether you want to stick with the IFR approach or whether you want visual approach. Still following the thing, but you can, you can then do the usual, initial joins or downwind joins or whatever the fuck it might be. Good. The field elevation is at 1,526 feet above sea level. The pattern will be flown at 3,000 because I think just a little off to the right of the runway is something that's pretty high up. I don't know if it's a power line or a tower or some shit. So 500 feet approach is rather dangerous. Approach bottom at minimum of 14,000, at maximum of 16,000 feet, and the rest you just step down as accordingly. Coordination card, I think you do have all that. Now for some people this is new. For most people I think this is new. This is pretty much the overview of everything that's going on in the mission. So you have all the flights with their data link numbers, with the amount of aircrafts they have, air-to-air TACANs, the squawk, the ordnance carried, taxi takeoff times. If there would be an aerial refuel connect time, the holding point and the altitude you should be on, tanker information, and on the right, on the second page, you have basically the whole VOL from the push point or from whatever, for the operational tasks, what your altitude should be, what your task is, when you should be pushing, what your time on target, or in our case, time on station should be, and for how long, and the auxiliary frequency in case you want to reach someone directly without having to go through the controller first. You also have depicted the whole comms flow again with the airfield instances, the IDO, and all the ABMs and other channels that might be of importance. Well, step time. The update didn't drop yet, yeah? We didn't fuck anyone yet. Nope, update didn't drop, so I highly suggest everybody that's here now open your games.
One to check on button 1.
I have you 5x5, how many?
Got you, Lima Charlie.
Vaziani Tower, check.
2.
Vaziani Tower, Chief 1 with you at Kilo, 215 F-15E, ready to taxi.
Chief 1, Vaziani Tower, hello, good morning. Taxi holding point Alpha, runway 31 via Kilo Golf, QNH 2956.
Runway 31 Alpha by Kilo Golf, QNH 2956, Chief 1. Eagle 2, check. Let's go. 2. Vaziani Tower, Eagle 2, checking in. Sitting with 2 F-15E striking left Kilo, requesting taxi to next.
Eagle 2, Vaziani Tower, hello, good morning. Runway 31, taxi holding point Alpha via Golf, Correction by Kilo Golf, follow the Eagles to your left, to QNH 29 of 56.
I see you now, you're taxiing between hangars. I'm on
Chief
your
1, add
9
your
o'clock.
clearance, stay ready to copy.
Did you say 9 o'clock?
Yes, do you not see me?
Yep, I see you.
Chief 1 ready to copy.
Chief 1, after departure, cleared IFR, Abora 1 departure, Squawk 5100, Ripple.
Cleared Abora 1 departure, 5100 Ripple, Chief 1. Vaziani Tower, Chief 1 holding short, runway 31 at Alpha, ready for departure.
Chief 1, surface wind 350, 8 knots, runway 31, clear for takeoff.
Cleared to takeoff, runway 31 takeoff.
Level 5, after departure, cleared IFR, Abora 1 departure, Squawk 4100, Ripple.
Abora 1 departure IFR, squawk 4100,
Rearming complete.
level 5.
How are your frames?
Doing slightly better. I did turn down the
Hell 8 check.
Check.
3.
4.
Yep, 15 seconds lag, we should be good. Right, I'm going to start running up now.
Two set.
One's rolling. Vaziani Tower, Eagle 2, holding short Alpha, ready for departure.
Eagle 2, after departing, Eagles line up and wait.
Eagle 2 lining up and wait up. Departing Eagle.
Two's rolling.
Satan 7, Avio, after departure, instructions, stay ready to copy.
Satan 7, ready to copy.
Satan 7, after departure, VFR north-northwest, unrestricted, Squawk 5300, Ripple.
After departure, VFR north-northwest, squawk 5300, Satan 7. Can I request northeast?
Doing there.
Yep, that's okay, after departure, right turn out northeast.
After departure, right turn out northeast, Satan 7.
Chief 1, contact Vaziani, approach 269.6, yeah.
Chief 1 switching.
Two set.
Chief 1 check.
Two.
Vaziani approach, Chief 1, 2-shift F-15 out of Vaziani. Request basic service.
Chief 1, Vaziani approach, roger your identified basic service, the QNH 2956.
Approved basic service, QNH 2956, Chief 1.
Chief 1, approach, you can continue with THORNROSE, bye-bye.
Chief 1, switching THORNROSE. Thank you for service.
Then approach level 5 with you, request basic service.
Was button 10, yeah?
Yep, button 10.
Two set, button 10.
Chief 1 check.
Two.
THORNROSE, Chief 1, with 2-shift F-15E with exception -1 and 602. Challenges Mike November.
Chief 1, THORNROSE, authenticate Alpha, challenges Delta, Oscar.
Chief 1 authenticates Charlie.
Chief 1 Thornrose, radar contact, Alpha check, bullseye 0901, 118, force QNH 29 decimal 56. No words to pass, proceed as fragged.
No words, proceed as fragged, Alpha check, sweet, force QNH 2956, Chief 1.
East group, bullseye 12967, 30,000, tracks west, bogey. Thornrose group, bullseye
So we have
285, 125,
west
12,000, tracks
which
south.
is steer point 11. We will do a 90 right, followed by a 45 right.
90 and 45, gotcha.
Chief 1 Thornrose, group bullseye 284, 125, inspect.
Chief 1 inspecting group 284, 125. Book right, go now.
Chief 1 correction, that group bullseye 283, 125.
283, 125, Chief. Let me know when you're telling. We're going across 10 now. Book 10, counter 10 now.
All players have a 3, perfect 6, bullseye 081, 103, avoid.
Double 5 Thornrose, you are free to prosecute at bullseye 081, 103.
Delta 1 clear to engage, say 6, bullseye, stand by. 081, 103, double 6, double 5.
7 Thornrose, inspect group bullseye 065, 131, 38,000, tracks southeast, bogey, 2 contacts, push them north.
Inspect group 065, 132, take 7.
Thornrose, Chief 1, single group is single Russian flanker, armed with 2 R-73s.
Flanker 2x73 for Thornrose.
Russian aircraft south of Sochi, heading 16 and 25,000. You have violated restricted airspace and have been intercepted by NATO aircraft. Please walk ident or respond on guard.
Delta 52 Magnum 081, 103, SA6.
Russian aircraft south of Sochi, flying 160 to 24,000. You have violated NATO airspace and have been intercepted. Please walk ident or respond on guard. Thornrose single group is non-responsive on radio, moving to visual escalation.
Time out currently.
Russian aircraft, please turn north to exit restricted airspace. Thornrose single group is cooperating, heading north.
Thornrose.
disregard on Orcs FO, she said anything I could hear you.
Nah, it's good, I heard you. I'm on him.
He seems behaving, which is quite nice.
THORNROSE, Hell 8-1, got a visual on that IC-6 that engages. Are we clear to drop a bomb on it?
Last quarter, repeat last.
Hell 8-1, got coordinates on that IC-6 that engages. Are we clear for a strike on it? Over.
Double 5, status on the seat of the SA-6.
Harm timeout, no VDA.
Hell 8, THORNROSE, do you have eyes on?
Hell 8 confirms.
Hell 8, you are clear to engage the SA-6. Break, Satan. Apologies. Apologies, Satan 7, you are cleared. Immediate escalation of Group Bullseye 07844, drag them north.
Cleared immediate escalation,
250.
Two estate 15.1.
6-7, far.
I've double slap shot to Cap Singleton if you want to go get some fuel quickly.
Double. Slapshot 6, bullseye 081103.
I think we should keep here until it's like later.
Timeout 40 seconds.
Okay.
I have a bad feeling, you know.
Is it the harm timeout that was giving you a bad feeling?
My heart is racing. I'm ready to spray this. I'm ready to hose this guy down if need be.
Oh dude, if he wants to, he can kill me right now by turning left.
Hell 8-2, Pickle IC-6.
Ah!
THORNROSE, Magpie 5, or Magpie 3.
Magpie 3, THORNROSE.
Have you heard anything from HMS Leeds? We haven't heard anything from them. Break, Devil 5-2, timeout, SA-6.
Miss.
Magpie 3, THORNROSE, standby. Magpie 3, THORNROSE, state frequency that you are monitoring for Maritime Channel 18.
You told us 18, then you changed it to 356.25. So we're listening to that.
Right, that's
50 seconds to timeout.
Relay that to the controller.
Will do as soon as the braking comes. Right, let's head to dead point 4 now. THORNROSE Chief 1, we're disengaging. They are heading 315 back to Russian airspace.
Chief 1, THORNROSE, maintain and spec. They're still within the NFZ. They need to head west slightly to be outside of NFC.
Chief 1. Look, we're back on break. They need to be out of the NFC.
Chief 1 2 changing frequency to shelter.
Chief 1 2, THORNROSE, frequency change approved.
Chief 1 2 back on station.
THORNROSE.
THORNROSE Chief 1-1 is now cycling to an anchor.
Chief 1 THORNROSE, roger. Frequency change approved. Just let me know when you're back.
Will do. See ya.
Chief 1-2, THORNROSE.
Go for Chief 1-2.
Chief 1-2, I need you to snap east. I need you to get eyes on, there are two convoys. Friendly convoy, approximately bullseye 01417, and bogey convoy, bullseye 03617. Try and get eyes on bogey convoy, bullseye 03617, should be heading west.
Chief 1-2, roger. Convoy location, hostile convoy location 036417, heading west.
Approximately AFM.
THORNROSE, Chief 1-1, I just spoke to Eagle. I think he's still on a local frequency you gave him earlier.
Yeah, that is correct. I was just making sure he wasn't on that.
Okay, perfect. Just making sure everyone knows where they want to be.
Yeah, no worries, all good. And Chief 1-2, there will be two convoys potentially on the same road that you'll see. The one further east, traveling west, is the one we're trying to get eyes on most. That will be mostly tactical convoy. And then the western convoy, unknown travel direction, I believe is a contains 4 trucks, UN markings, carrying personnel for evac.